Monik said, out.
Jan said, time out.
Jan said, met.
Monik said, moat.
Jan said, tie.
Jan said, mute.
Jan said, toe.
Jan said, emit.
Jan said, emit.
The lucky one said, totem.
Monik said, Tim.
Jan said needles.
Jan said, sing.
Jan said, needle.
Jan said lens.
Jan said, else. Jan, thanks for the heartbeat.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get.
Jan said den.
Jan said, dense.
Smoke and Owen said eel.
Jan said, lesson.
Smoke and Owen said, sled.
Smoke and Owen said, ends.
Jan said less. Smoke and Owen said dense.
Smoke and Owen said, sense.
Smoke and Owen said, lend.
Smoke and Owen said, send.
Smoke and Owen said, seed.
Smoke and Owen said, soldi.
Smoke and Owen said, sled.
Jan said, send. Smoke and Owen said, seize.
Smoke and Owen said, blame.
Smoke and Owen said, lie and me.
Smoke and Owen said, lamb.
Jan said, blame.
Smoke and Owen said, bomb.
Jan said, male.
Jan said, meal.
Smoke and Owen said, able.
Smoke and Owen said, lamb.
Smoke and Owen said, bean.
Smoke and Owen said, lab.
Jan said, lab.
Smoke and Owen said, moral.
Smoke and Owen said, mola.
Jan said, normal.
Smoke and Owen said, or AL. Smoke and Owen said, normal.
Smoke and Owen said, norm.
Jan said, mana.
Smoke and Owen said, ram. Smoke and Owen said, loan.
Smoke and Owen said, roan. Smoke and Owen said, arm. Smoke and Owen said, mowing in.
Jan said, ungle. Smoke and Owen said, spread. Smoke and Owen said, SP-ed. Smoke and Owen said, read.
Smoke and Owen said, spear. Jan said, spear.
Smoke and Owen said, spared. Smoke and Owen said, spar.
Smoke and Owen said, papers. Smoke and Owen said, paper. Smoke and Owen said, peas. Smoke and Owen said, spear. Smoke and Owen said, ears. Smoke and Owen said, pear.
Smoke and Owen said, rasp. Smoke and Owen said, spare.
Smokin' Owen said, AP and S.
Smokin' Owen said, abs. Smokin' Owen said, freckle. Smokin' Owen said, creek.
Smokin' Owen said, leak. Smokin' Owen said, real. Rob's Paris said, real. Smokin' Owen said, clerk.
Smokin' Owen said, eek.
Smokin' Owen said, eek. Smokin' Owen said, feel. Rob's Paris said, elk.
Smokin' Owen said, fee.
Rob's Paris said, eek.
Smokin' Owen said, eel. Smokin' Owen said, leak.
Smokin' Owen said, leer. Smokin' Owen said, leer. Smokin' Owen said, elk.
Smokin' Owen said, keel.
Smokin' Owen said, free. Smokin' Owen said, LF.
Smokin' Owen said, reek.
Smokin' Owen said, real.
Rob's Bear said, sear. Smokin' Owen said, reef. Smokin' Owen said, thing. Smokin' Owen said, thin. Smokin' Owen said, tin. Rob's Paris said, thing.
Smokin' Owen said, hint.
Smokin' Owen said, knit. Smokin' Owen said, hit.
Rob's Paris said, fig. Smokin' Owen said, night. Rob's Paris said, night. Smokin' Owen said, G1N.
Smokin' Owen said, long.
Smokin' Owen said, long. Smokin' Owen said, loop.
Smokin' Owen said, loon.
Smokin' Owen said, polo. Rob's Paris said, roop.
Smokin' Owen said, pool.
Smokin' Owen said, pour.
Rob's Paris said, loon.
Smokin' Owen said, logo.
Smokin' Owen said, pro. Smokin' Owen said, nor. Smokin' Owen said, goo.
Smokin' Owen said, log.
Rob's Paris said, nor. Smokin' Owen said, Parkway.
Smokin' Owen said, park.
Smokin' Owen said, wary. Smokin' Owen said, pray.
Rob's Paris said, way. Smokin' Owen said, ray.
Smokin' Owen said, pay.
Smokin' Owen said, way. Rob's Paris said, arc.
Smokin' Owen said, warp. Smokin' Owen said, paw.
Smokin' Owen said, war.
Rob's Paris said, ray.
Rob's Paris said, raw.
Smokin' Owen said, paw.
Rob's Paris said, rap.
Smokin' Owen said, awry. Rob's Paris said, away. Smokin' Owen said, caused. Smokin' Owen said, cause. Smokin' Owen said, sauce. Smokin' Owen said, case. AMA said, case. Smokin' Owen said, see. Smokin' Owen said, sue. Smokin' Owen said, do. Rob's Paris said, use. Smokin' Owen said, use. Smokin' Owen said, cues.
Rob's Paris said, case.
Smokin' Owen said, Sue and Ed. Smokin' Owen said, used.
Rob's Paris said, cues. Smokin' Owen said, ace.
Smokin' Owen said, cat. Smokin' Owen said, ads.
Smokin' Owen said, aces.
Rob's Paris said, aces. Smokin' Owen said, sad. Rob's Paris said, sad. Paul Haya said, sad. Smokin' Owen said, snores. Smokin' Owen said, snore. Smokin' Owen said, noses. Smokin' Owen said, nose.
Rob's Paris said, nose. Smokin' Owen said, rose.
Smokin' Owen said, roses.
Smokin' Owen said, sensors.
Paul Haya said, sensors. Smokin' Owen said, sore. Smokin' Owen said, or. Smokin' Owen said, sons. Smokin' Owen said, or. Rob's Paris said, or. Paul Haya said, ones. Rob's Paris said, one. Smokin' Owen said, rose. Smokin' Owen said, obeyed. Smokin' Owen said, obey. Smokin' Owen said, die. Smokin' Owen said, I. Smokin' Owen said, I'd. Smokin' Owen said, body. Palhaya said, bed.
Smokin' Owen said, dough.
Smokin' Owen said, bee. Smokin' Owen said, bow why. Smokin' Owen said, ode.
Smokin' Owen said, bye.
Smokin' Owen said, sweet.
Smokin' Owen said, tea.
Smokin' Owen said, west.
Smokin' Owen said, set.
Smokin' Owen said, stew.
Nancy Matarang said, sweet. Smokin' Owen said, you.
Smokin' Owen said, so.
Nancy Matarang said, see. Smokin' Owen said, we and tea. Wifey Mommy said, net. Smokin' Owen said, wildly. Smokin' Owen said, wild. Wifey Mommy said, wildly. Smokin' Owen said, idly. Smokin' Owen said, idle. Wifey Mommy said, wild. Smokin' Owen said, lod.
Smokin' Owen said, lid.
Smokin' Owen said, wily.
Wifey Mommy said, will. Smokin' Owen said, lily.
Smokin' Owen said, ill. Smokin' Owen said, esquires. Wifey Mommy said, queries. Smokin' Owen said, esquire. Wifey Mommy said, queries.
Smokin' Owen said, sure.
Smokin' Owen said, iris. Smokin' Owen said, sire. Wifey Mommy said, rise. Smokin' Owen said, rise. Wifey Mommy said, seer. Smokin' Owen said, query.
Wifey Mommy said, user.
Smokin' Owen said, risque. Wifey Mommy said, reuse. Smokin' Owen said, reuse. Smokin' Owen said, SQ re. The lucky one said, SQ and UIRE.
Smokin' Owen said, jungle.
Wifey Mommy said, jungle. Smokin' Owen said, jug.
Smokin' Owen said, lunge.
Wifey Mommy said, glue. Smokin' Owen said, lung. Smokin' Owen said, glue.
Smokin' Owen said, Glen.
Smokin' Owen said, gun.
Smokin' Owen said, FNU.
Smokin' Owen said, luge. Smokin' Owen said, leg. Wifey Mommy said, lung.
Smokin' Owen said, lug.
Wifey Mommy said, loon. Smokin' Owen said, June. Smokin' Owen said, skirt.
Wifey Mommy said, skirt.
Smokin' Owen said, skid.
Smokin' Owen said, ski. Wifey Mommy said, kissed.
Smokin' Owen said, sir. Smokin' Owen said, re-SK.
Wifey Mommy said, skid.
Smokin' Owen said, kid. Smokin' Owen said, stir. Smokin' Owen said, kits. Smokin' Owen said, sit. Wifey Mommy said, kids. Smokin' Owen said, sit. Wifey Mommy said, sir.
Smokin' Owen said, officer.
Smokin' Owen said, offer. Smokin' Owen said, rice. Smokin' Owen said, fire.
Smokin' Owen said, office.
Wifey Mommy said, saray.
Wifey Mommy said, core.
Smokin' Owen said, or. Smokin' Owen said, for. Wifey Mommy said, off. Wifey Mommy said, row.
Smokin' Owen said, or.
Smokin' Owen said, foe. Smokin' Owen said, ire. Wifey Mommy said, row. Smokin' Owen said, ice.
Wifey Mommy said, ire.
Wifey Mommy said, canyon.
Wifey Mommy said, can. Wifey Mommy said, any.
Smokin' Owen said, canyon.
Smokin' Owen said, can. Smokin' Owen said, yawn. Rob's Paris said, any. Wifey Mommy said, con.
Wifey Mommy said, coy.
Smokin' Owen said, annoy. Smokin' Owen said, canny.
Rob's Paris said, con. Wifey Mommy said, con.
Smokin' Owen said, con. Wifey Mommy said, found. Smokin' Owen said, found. Smokin' Owen said, fund. Rob's Paris said, found. Wifey Mommy said, fund.
Rob's Paris said, duo.
Smokin' Owen said, fond.
Wifey Mommy said, duo.
Smokin' Owen said, ridden.
Smokin' Owen said, ride. Smokin' Owen said, dined. Wifey Mommy said, dinner. Smokin' Owen said, dine. Wifey Mommy said, rind. Smokin' Owen said, diner. Wifey Mommy said, rid. Smokin' Owen said, end.
Smokin' Owen said, 9.
Wifey Mommy said, diner.
Wifey Mommy said, den.
Smokin' Owen said, rend.
Wifey Mommy said, rend. Smokin' Owen said, Northeastern Road.
Marty said, I ma and NCYA.
Smokin' Owen said, red. Birdie Gin said, dine. Wifey Mommy said, dire.
Wifey Mommy said, ride.
Birdie Gin said, 9.
Smokin' Owen said, rend.
Wifey Mommy said, rend. Marty said, in.
Smokin' Owen said, Northeast and Road. Smokin' Owen said, rain.
Marty said, dern.
Marty said, okay.
Smokin' Owen said, heaven. Smokin' Owen said, haven.
Smokin' Owen said, have. Marty said, heaven.
Smokin' Owen said, vein.
Smokin' Owen said, van. Smokin' Owen said, eve.
Marty said, nave.
Smokin' Owen said, haven.
Marty said, even.
Marty said, van. Marty said, hien.
Smokin' Owen said, target. Smokin' Owen said, great.
Smokin' Owen said, great.
Smokin' Owen said, tear.
Marty said, great.
Smokin' Owen said, tag. Smokin' Owen said, tear. Marty said, rate.
Marty said, gate.
Marty said, 8.
Smokin' Owen said, TAR.
Marty said, eat. Marty said, gate.
Smokin' Owen said, era.
Smokin' Owen said, age.
Marty said, R. Marty said, gear. Smokin' Owen said, T.
Marty said, T. Smokin' Owen said, R and Smokin' Owen said, usually.
Smokin' Owen said, usual.
Charlie said, lays. Smokin' Owen said, Sully. Charlie said, lay.
Smokin' Owen said, ally.
Smokin' Owen said, slay.
Smokin' Owen said, sly.
Smokin' Owen said, lay.
Smokin' Owen said, say. Charlie said, say.
Smokin' Owen said, all.
Smokin' Owen said, port.
Smokin' Owen said, tour.
Smokin' Owen said, your. Smokin' Owen said, truly.
Charlie said, pour.
Marty said, poultry.
Smokin' Owen said, pour. Smokin' Owen said, portly. Marty said, cool try. Smokin' Owen said, route.
Smokin' Owen said, ruly.
Marty said, route.
Charlie said, pout. Smokin' Owen said, surly.
Smokin' Owen said, typo.
Marty said, Polly.
Smokin' Owen said, pout. Smokin' Owen said, ploy. Marty said, ploy.
Smokin' Owen said, loud.
Marty said, plot.
Smokin' Owen said, pretty.
Smokin' Owen said, pert. Charlie said, type.
Marty said, pretty.
Smokin' Owen said, rye.
Smokin' Owen said, type.
Marty said, tea. Smokin' Owen said, yet.
Smokin' Owen said, pet.
Marty said, yet. Smokin' Owen said, pay and TTY.
Smokin' Owen said, try.
Marty said, try. Smokin' Owen said, leader.
Charlie said, tear.
Marty said, right. Smokin' Owen said, tile.
Charlie said, tire.
Marty said, leader. Smokin' Owen said, real.
Smokin' Owen said, rile.
Smokin' Owen said, tie.
Marty said, tie. Smokin' Owen said, let. Marty said, right.
Marty said, let.
Smokin' Owen said, lit.
Marty said, lie.
Charlie said, gradual.
Smokin' Owen said, gradual.
Smokin' Owen said, grad. Smokin' Owen said, guard.
Smokin' Owen said, La Road. Smokin' Owen said, duel.
Marty said, grad.
Johnny said, ref.
Smokin' Owen said, rag. Smokin' Owen said, lag.
Smokin' Owen said, aura.
Marty said, duel. Marty said, lag. Charlie said, guard.
Smokin' Owen said, Doug.
Charlie said, AUEA. Charlie said, aura.
Marty said, drag. Smokin' Owen said, Dr. Ag.
Smokin' Owen said, lag.
Marty said, rag.
Paul Hayes said, rug. Smokin' Owen said, Drew and G.
Smokin' Owen said, doctor.
Smokin' Owen said, in.
Smokin' Owen said, bin.
Paulea said, binding.
Smokin' Owen said, big.
Charlie said, big.
Smokin' Owen said, G1N.
Charlie said, dig.
Marty said, bind.
Paulea said, bind.
Charlie said, bin.
Smokin' Owen said, dig.
Marty said, in. Smokin' Owen said, dining. Paul Hayes said, dining. Smokin' Owen said, bid.
Charlie said, bin. Charlie said, bid.
Smokin' Owen said, sharp. Charlie said, sharp.
Smokin' Owen said, harp.
Smokin' Owen said, rash. Marty said, sharp. Charlie said, par.
Smokin' Owen said, spa. Smokin' Owen said, rap. Smokin' Owen said, ash.
Smokin' Owen said, hollow. Charlie said, hollow.
Smokin' Owen said, OWL. Charlie said, low.
Smokin' Owen said, who? Paulea said, hollow.
Smokin' Owen said, low. Charlie said, owl.
Smokin' Owen said, bad.
Smokin' Owen said, adieu.
Smokin' Owen said, load.
Charlie said, lead. Smokin' Owen said, addle.
Smokin' Owen said, deal. Smokin' Owen said, odd. Smokin' Owen said, old. Smokin' Owen said, dough.
Smokin' Owen said, lead.
Smokin' Owen said, ale.
Smokin' Owen said, danette.
Marty said, lead. Marty said, load. Smoke and Owen said, loaded.
Smoke and Owen said, sting.
Smoke and Owen said, G1N. Smoke and Owen said, tin.
Smoke and Owen said, sit.
Marty said, thanks.
Smoke and Owen said, knit.
Smoke and Owen said, sin.
Marty said, thin.
Smoke and Owen said, sing.
Smoke and Owen said, sign. Smoke and Owen said, puppies.
Smoke and Owen said, pup.
Smoke and Owen said, sup.
Smoke and Owen said, ups.
Smoke and Owen said, pie. Smoke and Owen said, pep.
Smoke and Owen said, pie and pay.
Smoke and Owen said, sip.
Smoke and Owen said, puss.
Smoke and Owen said, sue.
Smoke and Owen said, pups.
Smoke and Owen said, use.
Smoke and Owen said, peps.
Smoke and Owen said, pies. Smoke and Owen said, began.
Smoke and Owen said, begin.
Smoke and Owen said, bone.
Marty said, bingo.
Smoke and Owen said, gone.
Marty said, long.
Smoke and Owen said, binge.
Marty said, bye long.
Marty said, molly haw. Smoke and Owen said, bang.
Marty said, bring.
Marty said, loan.
Jan said, begonia.
ARIES04 said, begonia.
Smoke and Owen said, boing. Marty said, bling. Smoke and Owen said, gain.
Jan said, being.
Smoke and Owen said, being. ARIES04 said, being.
Aries04 said, gone.
Smokin' Owen said, Bane.
Marty said, buying.
Smokin' Owen said, Bong.
Marty said, blog.
Aries04 said, bean. April said, bean.
Jan said, Chester.
Smokin' Owen said, stretch.
Aries04 said, stretch.
Smokin' Owen said, chest.
Smokin' Owen said, rest.
Smokin' Owen said, tech.
Smokin' Owen said, test.
Aries04 said, circa hest.
Smokin' Owen said, said. Aries04 said, crest.
Smokin' Owen said, her.
Smokin' Owen said, the.
Marty said, the.
Smokin' Owen said, hers. Smokin' Owen said, she.
Aries04 said, she.
Marty said, she.
Smokin' Owen said, combat.
Aries04 said, combat.
Jan said, combat. Smokin' Owen said, go.
Marty said, combat.
Smokin' Owen said, cat. Smokin' Owen said, cab. Smokin' Owen said, atom.
Smokin' Owen said, moat. Chocolate L0 Veer said, atom. Smokin' Owen said, Tom.
Marty said, tomb. Smokin' Owen said, tomb. Smokin' Owen said, camp.
Chocolate L0 Veer said, calm.
Marty said, cam.
Smokin' Owen said, toner.
Smokin' Owen said, tone.
Smokin' Owen said, rotten.
Smokin' Owen said, not. Smokin' Owen said, rot. Phelps said, rent.
Smokin' Owen said, tore. Smokin' Owen said, note. Marty said, rotten. Marty said, rot.
Smokin' Owen said, toner.
Marty said, 10.
Marty said, toe.
Marty said, tote.
Smokin' Owen said, net.
Marty said, not.
Smokin' Owen said, 10.
Smokin' Owen said, tie.
Marty said, rot.
Marty said, ton.
Elb said, tenor. Smokin' Owen said, toad.
Marty said, toner. Marty said, tone.
Smokin' Owen said, Todd. Marty said, Tor.
Smokin' Owen said, tent.
Smokin' Owen said, toe.
Smokin' Owen said, Nor. Smokin' Owen said, one.
Marty said, torn.
Smokin' Owen said, torn.
Smokin' Owen said, ton.
Smokin' Owen said, four. Smokin' Owen said, massive.
Smokin' Owen said, mass.
Marty said, massive.
Smokin' Owen said, vase.
Smokin' Owen said, aim. Marty said, mass. Smokin' Owen said, same.
Smokin' Owen said, seam. Marty said, mass.
Marty said, vase.
Smokin' Owen said, seas. Smokin' Owen said, Sims.
Smokin' Owen said, sea.
Marty said, Sims.
Smokin' Owen said, Sims.
Smokin' Owen said, visa.
Marty said, saw me.
Smokin' Owen said, Ames.
Smokin' Owen said, sis.
Marty said, Mosses. Smokin' Owen said, seas. Marty said, savvy.
Marty said, sim s.
Smokin' Owen said, seams. Marty said, seas.
Smokin' Owen said, saves.
Marty said, see me.
Smokin' Owen said, semi.
Smokin' Owen said, grin.
Smokin' Owen said, ring.
Smokin' Owen said, GR and own.
Elb said, wrong. Smokin' Owen said, GR and ow.
Marty said, I. Smokin' Owen said, Owen wing.
Smokin' Owen said, gown. Marty said, goin'.
Smokin' Owen said, G1N.
Elb said, gown. Smokin' Owen said, worn.
Marty said, win. Smokin' Owen said, rowing.
Smokin' Owen said, iron. Smokin' Owen said, rig.
Marty said, now. Smoke and Owen said, row.
Smoke and Owen said, now. Marty said, row. Smoke and Owen said, one.
Smoke and Owen said, I can.
Marty said, rig. Smoke and Owen said, O-N-W-N.
Marty said, re-G.
Smoke and Owen said, G-R-N-O. Smoke and Owen said, groin. Marty said, groin.
Smoke and Owen said, W-I-G.
Marty said, grow.
Marty said, wing.
Smoke and Owen said, thrust. Aim Sayu said, shut.
Smoke and Owen said, hurt. Marty said, hustle. Smoke and Owen said, hurt. Smoke and Owen said, hurts. Smoke and Owen said, thus.
Marty said, lame.
Smoke and Owen said, rust.
Aim Sayu said, hurt.
Ito na ang ating huling sandali. Di na tayo magkakamali. Kasi wala nang bukas. Sulitin natin, ito na ang wakas. Kailangan na yata natin umuwi.
Smoke and Owen said, trust.
Bago tayo maghiwalay, lahat-lahat ibibigay, ang lahat.
Bayang sa ating huling sayaw, may dulo pala ang langit. Sabay tayong bibitaw sa ating huling sayaw. Kaya't sabay tayong